Malaysians in 2050 will not just be older, poorer, sicker and childless, they will also be homeless, according to DM Analytics Chief Economist Dr. Muhammad Abdul Khalid. We sit down to talk to him about the sort of structural changes Malaysia needs to make in order to avoid that fate, or whether he feels the country is already too far gone. So, based on your report, Malaysia in 2050 will be older, poorer, weaker, without children. So what are the things the government should do or could actually do to create a better retiring environment for Malaysians?
All right. Actually, I forgot to add one thing there. Homeless. By 2050, not only poor, sick, we have to work without children, but we're going to be homeless. Many things can be done, but I will look at it from two angles. What needs to be done to the current generation now so that the issue of aging will be less can be mitigated in the future. Number one, what we can do for the younger generation now, and what should we do for the elder generation right now. So two groups. Why I focus on the younger ones? One of the biggest issue facing the aging society are those on healthcare. And Malaysia not healthy. Sizable numbers are smokers, hypertension, high blood, diabetic, many. And even among young kids, about 12% of our kids now underweight. Another 13% is overweight, and the level of anemic, usually we call it lack of iron, is 1 in 3. This link to our food policy. Food in Malaysia, there's a studies done. Affordable nutritious food is expensive. This compared to other countries. It is available, but it's not affordable. You must make these two together. It's affordable and it's available on food policy. Other on health policy, smoking is a big issue. Not only primary smoking, but secondary smoking, second-hand. This also need to be addressed. In terms of tax, our tax on cigarettes is still low compared to many developed countries. The problem is for them, mostly we're all going to get old. We're going to get old and poor. Few things we can mitigate this. One is on the pension reform. Pension reform, first, we work too short relative to other countries. We retire at 60, but you can withdraw at 55. Other countries do not allow this.
So are you suggesting that we should actually expand the retirement age?
Yes, definitely. You should expand the retirement age. You should increase this. People argue, oh, you cannot increase because then you give less chances to the younger one. We have less younger people. In fact, by 2050, the absolute number of children going to be less than in 2030 or even compared to older generations.
Now, focusing on just unemployment, what you say that unemployment insurance is effective, but why is it effective? Wouldn't it actually create a society that's dependent on the government?
Why we need unemployment insurance? Now, 4 in 10 Malaysian workers do not have any insurance. Do not have any either EPF or public JPA or QAP. It's not covered. Not covered by LTIT, not covered by anything. Number one. Number two, even if you're covered, you don't have savings. Bank Negara says 9 out of 10 cannot survive more than 6 months. What unemployment insurance would do is to give you a breathing space. So if you got fired, you got removed, company shut down, the owner cabut, we pay you from your contribution, not from the government contribution, from your contribution, so you can survive 3 to 6 months.
You also mentioned that the focus of being high income, top 20 country is pointless. Could you elaborate on that?
You do not want to be a high income country. You want to be a developed country, which means you're progressive in all spheres. You take care of everyone. You are a productive country. You move from consumption based to productive investment. You respect democracy, for instance. You ensure there's no one left behind. Wealth is shared. Equal society, inclusive society. That's what you want.
Fresh graduates, they are facing problems as well. Unemployment is one thing, and also stagnant in terms of income growth. Minus inflation, the wage growth is actually negative in Malaysia. You say the whole ideology needs to be changed. So talk us through what kind of structural change we have to see in Malaysia.
Because we are pro-rich, we are pro-capital. In Malaysia, for every $1 that we generate, bulk of it goes to corporates. operating surplus. Very little goes to workers. Even compared to Singapore, Singapore give more to workers than give to business owners. That's number one. We do not share. Number two, why I say we pro-rich, pro-capital. If you earn capital in this country, you're not taxed. You buy and sell shares, you don't pay tax. You buy and sell property after 5 years, you don't pay tax. Even let's say you make half a million from selling shares, $500,000 selling properties, but you make $500,000 working, you pay top tax, top marginal rate. That's not fair. In fact, if you poor in Malaysia, income tax is progressive, capital tax doesn't exist. But consumption tax, GST, is regressive. If you poor, you pay more. Yeah, you pay GST. Rich people do not spend that much in terms of the income compared to the poor. So this tax system, fiscal system, even the ideology that you work hard, you benefit, meritocracy, it penalizes the poor.